Hello students, in previous class we already discussed what is centripetal acceleration, what is tangential acceleration and what is the relation between total linear acceleration during a circular motion with the centripetal acceleration and tangential acceleration. What are the types of circular motion depending upon the acceleration, that is, one is uniform circular motion when there is no tangential acceleration or the angular acceleration is 0, and another one is non-uniform circular motion when the tangential acceleration is there or angular acceleration is present there. But in both the cases, either it is a uniform circular motion or non-uniform circular motion, both are accelerated motion. Clear? So today we already discussed about the centripetal force, which is given as mv square by r or mr omega square, which acts along the radius towards the center, and there is another force which always acts in non-inertial frame of reference, and that is equivalent to that of centripetal force in magnitude but opposite in its direction. That means which is known as the centrifugal force, which acts along the radius and away from the center. Clear? So today we are going to discuss about some applications of centripetal force. Okay. So applications So the first application is motion of a vehicle in a level circular road. Okay. So according to this, if I am drawing a circular track like this, okay, and let the radius of this circular track be r. Clear? And here is a vehicle or car. Let's consider this is a car. Okay, which is traveling along this direction. Clear? Like this. Okay, just assume as this is a car which is traveling along this direction. So due to inertia of motion, the direction of the car will be along this direction. But due to the turning of this circular track, the vehicle wants to turn along this direction. Clear? Due to its initial velocity, let at this point P be v, which is along this direction. But due to the turning of this road or track, the car will go along this direction, but its intention of motion will be along this direction, along the initial speed, that is along this direction. But due to the turning of this road, the vehicle goes along this direction. So what is the intention of motion of the vehicle? As the vehicle initially moves along this direction, this is let v initial, but due to the turning of this road, the vehicle goes along this direction. So the intention of motion of the vehicle due to inertia will be along this direction, because its initial velocity is along this direction, but it goes along this direction due to the turning of this track. So its intention of motion will be along this direction to maintain the initial direction due to inertia of direction. That's why if this road has a coefficient of friction, that is mu, which is known as coefficient of friction, then as the intention of motion of the vehicle is along this direction, so the frictional force on the vehicle F at this position will act along this direction, Fr. Clear? So in this particular case, as the vehicle moves in the circular track of radius r, the required centripetal force to complete the circular track or circular motion for this vehicle is provided by this frictional force, because for the vehicle downward the force acting on the vehicle is what? Weight, and the normal reaction acting on the vehicle is upward, but there is no motion in vertical direction. But as the vehicle moving along this track in a circular path, so for covering a circular motion, a centripetal force is necessary, and in this particular case, that require amount of centripetal force for take a turn in the circular path of radius r is what? This frictional force. And for this particular condition, if I am drawing the free body diagram for this condition, if this is the vehicle and this is the road, the circular path is like this, going like this. Okay. So what is the weight of the vehicle? It is acting vertically downward, that is mg, for which there is a normal reaction acting upward n, and during the motion in the circular path there is a centripetal force into the plane or towards the center of the circular path. If the circular path goes like this, it is a 3-dimensional, the circular path will goes like this. Or if I am drawing the figure like this, here complete, this is the, just imagine, this is the circular track. Okay, just like this, and here is the vehicle. Okay, this is the vehicle which is going along this direction. Clear? So this is the center of this circular track on which the vehicle is going, and the weight of the vehicle acting downward on the road, that is mg, and the normal reaction on the vehicle acting upward, that is n. Clear? And due to taking this circular path along the radius, that means along this direction, the required frictional force will act, which will cancel out the centrifugal force acting on this vehicle, which will be equal to mv square by r. If this circular path has radius r, it will be mv square by r. Clear? So as the vehicle moves without sliding, that means if the vehicle is moving without sliding or taking the turn without sliding, then there is no motion along the vertical direction, then the vertical force, that is normal reaction, must be equal to mg, because along vertical direction there is no motion. And if the vehicle is not sliding, that means there is no motion along the horizontal direction or along the radial direction. That means if for safe turning or if there is no sliding, then the frictional force must be equivalent to the centrifugal force acting on the vehicle, that is mv square by r. And what is the maximum possible frictional force for this track if mu is what? The coefficient of friction for this track. So if mu is the coefficient of friction for this track, so the maximum frictional force possible will be how much? Mu into n. We already studied about this in the friction chapter. So this implies the maximum possible friction offered by the rod is mu, n is what? From equation 1, n will be mg, so it will be mu mg. Clear? So for safe turn, the centrifugal force must be less than or equal to this much. Because if the centrifugal force increases beyond this, then the friction will not be able to cancel out the effect of the centrifugal force. That's why the vehicle will skid away and it will move along this direction due to the effect of centrifugal force. Clear? That's why for taking safe turn along this road, if the centrifugal force balances by the frictional force, then the value of the centrifugal force must be less than or equal to the maximum frictional force offered by the track or road, and this is the maximum frictional force, which is equal to mu mg, because the normal reaction at this case is equal to mg and the coefficient of friction for this track will be mu. So the maximum frictional force offered by the track will be for this vehicle will be how much? Mu mg. Clear? So the centrifugal force acting on the vehicle must be less than or equal to this much amount, then only the vehicle can take a safe turn. Clear? So if the centrifugal force which is act on the vehicle away from the radius, which tries to slide the vehicle away from the center of the circular track, will be balanced by the frictional force. So for safe turn, we can write here. So for safe turn, the centrifugal force mv square by r, where r is what, let this is the capital R is the radius of the circular arc, must be less than equal to mu mg, because this is the maximum frictional force can apply on the vehicle. So mm will get cancelled, so v square must be less than equal to mu g r, or v must be less than equal to under root mu g r, where v is what, this is known as the safe velocity. Okay, so to take the turn safely in a circular track of radius r, which having a frictional coefficient mu, is how much? Under root mu g r. If the velocity increases beyond this, then the vehicle will slide, or else if the velocity becomes less, then accordingly the frictional force will balance it. Clear? So for safe velocity, the maximum value of v will be how much? Under root mu g r. Beyond this, the vehicle will skid away. Clear? So in a labeled circular path, the required centripetal force or the centrifugal force acting on the vehicle is balanced by the frictional force, and the maximum frictional force for the vehicle on a track having coefficient of friction is mu, is how much? Mu mg. So the centrifugal force must be less than equal to this much value. Then what is the safe value of speed to take a turn in a circular track of r is how much? Under root mu g r. So you have to remember this formula. So for taking a safe turn in a circular labeled track, that means this surface is labeled, okay, is how much? Mu g r. What is mu? Mu is the coefficient of friction of the track. Clear? So what is the friction acting on this during the circular motion? As here there is no sliding takes place, so the friction on the vehicle acting is what? What is? It's not kinetic, because there is no sliding of the vehicle on the road, so the friction is static. So here the friction is static in nature during the motion, because there is no sliding. So if the vehicle will move with this much velocity, which is the safe velocity for taking a turn of radius r, the friction acting on the vehicle will be the static friction. Clear? So you have to remember this point, that the friction acting on the vehicle is static in nature, and the maximum safe velocity for taking the turn of radius r in a labeled circular track is how much? Less than equal to under root of mu g r. Okay. So if the velocity further increases, then the vehicle will skid away. But if we want to increase the speed, okay, in national highways the vehicles are taking the turn with very large speed. So in that case, the friction is not sufficient to give the speed or make the turn safe. That's why the road is little bit inclined, and that is known as motion of a vehicle in a banked road. Okay, so motion of a vehicle in a banked circular road. So let's discuss about the second application, that is motion of a vehicle in a banked circular road. So how do you mean a banked circular road? If the outer edge of the road is a little bit inclined in comparison to the inner edge. For example, if this is the road, okay, labeled road means this road is labeled, both the edges are parallel to each other along the same height. Clear? So in this example or application, the road is labeled. When the vehicle is traveling along this direction, so it want to take a turn like this. So if the vehicle is traveling along this direction, it want to take a turn like this. So the required centripetal force or the force which is balance the centrifugal force is what? The frictional force. But if the speed is very high, then the frictional force is not enough to balance the centrifugal force. That's why the vehicle will skid away along this direction. To avoid that, the road is a little bit banked or inclined like this. Okay, look, this is the inclined road. That means the outer edge is little bit inclined in comparison to the inner edge with respect to the horizontal. So in this type of road, when we take a turn, we can take the turn with a larger speed. Clear? And the motion along this circular path is known as what? Motion of a vehicle in a banked circular road. That means the circular road which have the outer edge a little bit inclined in comparison to the inner edge with respect to the horizontal. Clear? And the vehicle move along this. Clear? So in this case what happened? You must observe that in national highways, when there is a sharp turn, the road is a little bit inclined and the outer is at a certain height in comparison to the inner edge. Clear? That is known as the banked road. So what will happen in that case? If I am considering a banked road, the first case is without friction. It is not practically, but we are considering there is no friction exist on that road. Clear? So we are considering a banked road like this. This is the inner edge and this is the outer edge and this is the horizontal. Clear? So this is the inclination. The road is inclined by an angle theta. Okay, and here is the vehicle which is going along this track. Okay, clear? And this vehicle is going into the plane like this, and this is the radius of the circular track which is inclined like this and going along this direction, just like this. Okay, and the vehicle is moving along this direction. Clear? And this is the radius of the track is r. Clear? So if I am drawing the free body diagram, the weight of the vehicle acting downward, that is mg, and the normal reaction which is acting perpendicular to the surface n along this direction. Okay, and during this motion, as the track is going like this, the required centripetal force will act along this direction towards the center of the circular track, and this required centripetal force for this particular case is provided by what? A component of the normal reaction, because we are considering on this road there is no friction. Clear? So if I am considering the free body diagram, if this angle is theta, this will be 90 minus theta. So for this point, okay, let make a single point like this. This is the normal reaction n. Clear? So it has two components. If this angle is theta, this will be 90 minus theta. So along this direction towards the center, this angle will be theta. Clear? If this is 90 minus theta, this angle will be theta. So again this angle will be 90 minus theta. So this angle again becomes theta. Clear? This is theta. This is 90 degree. So this angle will be 90 minus theta, and again the complete angle will be 90. So this angle will become how much? Theta. And again these two angle is 90. If this is theta, this will be 90 minus theta. Again these are perpendicular. If this is 90 minus theta, this angle will be theta. So the component of normal reaction will be like this: n cos theta vertically upward, and n sin theta will be along this direction. Clear? So as the vehicle moving along this direction with certain velocity v, clear, and the radius of the circular track is r. So the required centripetal force is along this direction, or if we are considering the frame of reference of the vehicle, a centrifugal force will act on this vehicle along this outward direction, that is m v square by r, which if the vehicle is not sliding, then it is balanced by the n sin theta, and there is no motion in vertical direction. So from the free body diagram we can write what? N cos theta is equal to mg, which will balance each other, and as there is no sliding, that means the vehicle is taking the turn safely, then the centrifugal force must be balanced by the force n sin theta. So we can write n sin theta equal to how much? mv square by r. Okay, equation 2. Okay, by dividing equation 2 with 1, we get what? N sin theta equal to mv square by r divided by n cos theta divided by mg. So mm will get cancelled, nn will get cancelled, so we will get tan theta v square by rg, or this implies we will get v square equal to rg tan theta, or from this we will get v is equal to rg tan theta under root. Okay, clear? Where v is the safe velocity for a banked circular road of radius r and inclination theta. Okay, so you have to remember that this relation v equal to rg sin theta, rg tan theta, where v is the safe velocity for a banked circular road of radius r and inclination theta. If the circular track has a radius r and the inclination or banking with respect to the horizontal is theta, then the safe velocity for a vehicle to take a turn is rg tan theta under root. Clear? You have to remember this relation. Clear? This is the ideal condition when there is no friction exist in the road, but actually in the surface there is friction. Otherwise, if there is no friction exist on the road, then if in our day-to-day life such a track exists, then for taking a turn along a highway, a speed is fixed. That means, for example, there is a turn where the safe velocity is fixed, that is 50 km/h. So if any vehicle is failed to maintain its speed 50 km/h, then the vehicle will face an accident, because for the safe turn the speed is fixed, that is 50 km/h. Below this or above this there will be skidding. Clear? But this is not happening in our day-to-day life because there is friction exists. Then what will happen if we are considering the friction between the vehicle and the surface of the road? So this is the case when we are not considering friction or without friction. So for this, the safe speed for a vehicle to take a turn in a banked circular road of radius r having inclination theta is under root rg tan theta. Clear? You have to remember this formula. How it will derive? This is the derivation. Okay. So next we are considering this with friction, which is more general case because friction is already exist in the surface. So if we are considering this motion with friction, then what will happen? So with friction, so same thing I am drawing here. This is a banked road. So the angle of inclination theta with respect to horizontal, and here is a vehicle is going on the road with velocity v along this direction. Clear? And this road has a radius r. Okay. So what are the forces acting on this vehicle? The weight of the vehicle acting downward, mg, the normal reaction acting perpendicular to the plane, n, and the centrifugal force acting along this direction, that is mv square by r. Okay, and the frictional force along this surface will act along this direction like this, or I am considering this point, not this, you just consider the point which is connected to the surface. The point, this is the direction of centripetal force, and at this point this is the direction of frictional force. Clear? And the normal reaction will be like this. So here, if this angle is theta, this will be 90 minus theta. Okay, if this is 90 minus theta, this angle will be theta. Clear? Again, this angle will be theta. Theta, this is 90 minus theta, as this is 90, so this angle will be theta. If this is mg, along this direction it will be what? Mg cos theta. And along this direction this is frictional force, and also a component of mg which is acts along this direction, that will be how much? Mg sin theta. Clear? And if this angle is theta, this angle will be 90 minus theta, and along this direction again this angle will become theta, because if this is 90 minus theta, this is theta, this will be 90 minus theta, again this will be theta, so mv square by r will be along this direction, so one component will act along this direction, that is mv square by r cos theta, and another component which will act along this direction, that is mv square by r sin theta, and normal will along this direction. Clear? So from free body diagram we will get normal along this direction, and weight along this direction, frictional force along this direction, and centrifugal force along this direction. As the body is in equilibrium condition, then one component of the weight mg will act along this direction, that is mg cos theta. Similarly, another component of weight will act along this direction, that is mg sin theta, and one component of mv square by r, centrifugal force, will act along this direction, that is mv square by r cos theta, and the other component will act along this direction, that is mv square by r sin theta. So from free body diagram, as the vehicle is not sliding, so we can write the normal reaction N is equal to how much? Mg cos theta plus mv square by r sin theta. Equation 1. Clear? And what is frictional force? Along this direction we can write the frictional force Fr plus mg sin theta is equal to how much? The upward force is mv square by r cos theta. So from this I can write the frictional force Fr equal to mv square by r cos theta minus mg sin theta. Clear? Let it be equation 2. Okay, the body is in balanced or equilibrium condition, there is no sliding. So from this, what is the frictional value? The maximum frictional value will be how much? Mu into n. As here, with friction having coefficient of friction is mu. So for this surface the coefficient of friction is mu. So what is Fr? Fr will be mu, and this is the maximum possible friction offered by the road to the vehicle. So this implies the frictional force equal to mu into n. What is n? This is the value of n in equation 1. So we will get Fr equal to mu into mg cos theta plus mv square by r sin theta. So mu into mg cos theta plus mv square by r sin theta. Let it be equation 3. Now using 3 into, we will get what? Mu mg cos theta plus mu mv square by r sin theta is equal to mv square by r cos theta minus mg sin theta. Okay, putting the value of Fr in this equation. This is the equation. So this implies by rearranging this from both sides, m will get cancelled. Okay, so we'll get what? Mu g cos theta. Taking this one to the left and this one to the right, we will get how much? This will be mu g cos theta plus g sin theta equal to v square by r cos theta minus mu v square by r sin theta, mu v square by r sin theta. Clear? Again rearranging this. We will get what? Taking g common, g whole into mu cos theta plus sin theta is equal to, taking v square by r common, it will be cos theta minus mu sin theta. So this implies we will get v square, or in this case this is the relation, if r equal to this much or the maximum value of friction will be this much, so the velocity for the maximum shape velocity will be how much? Less than equal to this much, or this is the value for the maximum shape velocity. So what is the maximum shape velocity? V square is equal to rg into mu cos theta plus sin theta divided by cos theta minus mu sin theta. So we will get v equal to root over of rg into mu cos theta plus sin theta divided by cos theta minus mu sin theta. Okay, so this is the safe velocity, maximum safe velocity with which the vehicle can move on a banked road having inclination theta with friction where the coefficient of friction is mu. So v is the safe velocity, maximum safe velocity. Clear? So this is the maximum safe velocity when the vehicle will take a turn on a banked circular track with radius r and inclination theta, where mu is what? The coefficient of friction for the surface of road. So v will be equal to how much? Taking v here, cross multiplying this, it will be rg mu cos theta plus sin theta divided by cos theta minus mu sin theta. Then taking the square root, we will get the maximum possible safe velocity for which the vehicle can take a turn on this banked road of inclination theta having coefficient of friction mu of radius r. Clear? So you have to remember this formula. Clear? So in this case also the friction acting on the vehicle will be what? Static, because there is no sliding. Okay, but if the velocity of the vehicle will be how much? For this level path, the velocity of the vehicle, this is the maximum safe velocity. Okay, so if below this the velocity will increase. Okay, this is the maximum safe velocity when the velocity is static. Okay, there is no sliding. So if the velocity will decrease below this is the maximum safe velocity when the friction acting on the body is static in nature. If the velocity increases than this, then the friction will become kinetic and the frictional force direction will be along this direction. But again, if the velocity will decrease below this, then the friction will act in opposite direction to that of the motion. Okay, clear? This is the condition when the vehicle is in equilibrium state and moving with the maximum safe velocity. Clear? So this is the expression for maximum safe velocity when the vehicle is moving on a banked circular track of radius r and having an inclination theta. Clear? So next application we are going to discuss is bending of a cyclist. So next application, it will be application 3, is bending of a cyclist. On a circular track. So if here is a cyclist, we generally take, when the cyclist is taking a circular turn, or generally you take a circular turn along a leveled path, you incline the cycle. So what will be the value of bending of that cyclist with respect to vertical for taking a sharp turn or taking a circular turn? Okay, then we have to find out the maximum safe velocity or the inclination of a cyclist. So if here we are considering a cyclist who is moving along a circular track and it's bent about the vertical, okay, so this is vertical and the cyclist is taking turn along a circular path like this, and the inclination with the vertical will be theta. Clear? So here the friction on the surface on the circular path for the cyclist will act along this direction. This is the frictional force Fr. And the normal reaction at this point of contact will act along this direction N. Let the cyclist has the center of mass somewhere here, where the total mass of the cyclist and the cycle is concentrated here. So the weight of the cyclist and the cycle will act along this direction, that is mg, and the centrifugal force on this cyclist act along this direction, that is mv square by r, where r is what? The circular radius of the circular track on which the cyclist is taking the turn. Clear? So as the cyclist is want to take the turn safely, then what is the maximum possible velocity for the inclination theta? So from this condition we can find out, as the body is in equilibrium condition, so along the horizontal direction there is two force acting, so we can write the frictional force Fr must be equal to how much? mv square by r. It will be equation 1, and in vertical direction there is no two force, one is normal reaction at this point and the weight of the cyclist mg in downward. Clear? Okay, then as the normal reaction and the frictional force are two contact forces, so the net resultant contact force will be this one, like this. This is the direction of net resultant contact force. Clear? So in this case, if the vehicle is in equilibrium condition, then we can write, if this angle is theta, then from this inclination, this is the vertical line. Clear? If this angle is theta, I can take this angle also theta. So in this triangle, let it be O P Q. In triangle O P Q. Okay, what is tan theta? OPQ, tan theta equal to how much? P by B. So what is P? So tan theta equal to P by B. What is P? P is OQ, that is frictional force Fr divided by B is what is? That is normal reaction N. So this implies we will get tan theta will be equal to how much? Fr by N. What is Fr? mv square by r divided by N. N equal to how much? mg. So this implies we will get tan theta equal to V square by RG. mm will get cancelled, so this implies you will get V equal to RG tan theta under root. So this is the maximum safe velocity with which the cyclist can take the circular turn of radius r if he can bend up to a angle theta with respect to vertical. Clear? So this is the safe velocity. For bending by an angle theta with respect to vertical in a track of radius r. Okay, if the radius of the track is r and the cyclist can bend up to an angle theta, then this will be the maximum safe velocity with which the cyclist can take the circular turn. Clear? And in this case, as the complete cyclist is in equilibrium condition, so the total force in vertical direction must be equal to total force in horizontal direction, and this is the equation. Plus, next when we are going to study about the rotational motion, so in this case, as the body or the system is in complete equilibrium, then the total linear force or net force acting on the body must be 0, plus the net angular force or torque acting on the body must be 0. So here I am considering about the linear force which must be equal to each other, or the total force acting on this cyclist is 0. Again, what is the torque? So torque is the angular force. So if I am considering this point about which I am calculating the torque, so the torque about this point must be 0 to make this cyclist in equilibrium condition. Okay, so as the resultant of this both frictional force and normal force pass along this point, and the centrifugal force and weight also pass along this point, so about this point the net torque is also 0. That's why the complete system is in equilibrium condition, and this is the maximum possible safe speed with which the cyclist can take the circular turn of radius r if the cyclist can incline up to an angle theta with respect to vertical. Clear? So this is the condition of bending of cyclist, where the safe velocity will be this much for the bending theta. Okay. So this is all about the application of centripetal force, how centripetal force is applied in our day-to-day life. Clear? So in next class we will discuss about the non-uniform circular motion or the motion in a vertical circle. Clear? Okay, thank you.